everyone, welcome back to our last week of virtual camp. We've got some really excited things planned for you for the week. Our theme is animals, and so we have some crafts for you guys. We have a game that we're going to show you how to play, and we even have a surprise field trip. So make sure you keep watching to see that, and we will get started with our activities for the day. We have two crafts planned for you guys today, and we're going to be making a turtle and a firefly. So to make our turtle, you're going to need a paper plate and some construction paper, and then either some markers or paint, some googly eyes. A lot of that's just up to you on how you want to make your turtle. So today what I did was I took my paper plate and I painted it green. You could also just color it green with some markers or however you want to do it, crayons, whatever's easiest and what you have at home. And then I went and drew some hexagons on there as well in brown to make it look a little bit more dimensional and make it look more like a actual turtle shell. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your construction paper and you're going to cut out a head, a tail, and 4 legs. And you're going to attach them around it. So then you can have the legs, a tail, and the head on your turtle. And you're going to glue them, or you can also just tape them. I used tape to hold mine on a little bit better because glue wasn't drying quick enough. And then you can either draw on some eyes or you can use googly eyes. So my finished product came out looking like this. I got a nice little turtle and he's got some googly eyes on him so they kind of move around. But again, like I said, you could just put some markers on there for the eyes, and then I have tail and some legs on it as well. So that is our first craft that we made to make a turtle. And our next is going to be a firefly. And the way I did this was so that you could put it up to a window and the light would come through and it'll look really pretty. So I'll make sure to add a photo of that at the end here. But what you're gonna need for that is you're gonna need some black construction paper. You're gonna need like the coffee filters because they're kind of see-through. You can see my hand through it and everything. And you're going to need some watercolors, brush for that, and some glue, scissors, and maybe some pipe cleaners if you want to add antennas on. So what you're going to do first is, and this gets a little bit messy, but you're going to paint this with your watercolors. So this one I added a little bit of orange into it, but I kept it mostly yellow. And this, again, because it's such a flimsy piece of type of paper, it's going to go all the way through. So you don't want to be doing this on any kind of surface that's going to be too messy. So make sure that you have it somewhere where it's okay if it's going to bleed through and get all over the place. But luckily, most of the types of watercolors that you're going to be using are going to be able to be wiped up and they're not going to stain what you're using. But you're going to do that, and then you're going to want to let this dry because otherwise the glue is not going to stick to your other paper. Once that's dry, then you're going to cut out your black paper to look like the top of a firefly. And then what I did was I glued it on the back here, and then I cut it so that it had a point, kind of like the point of a firefly that would be nice and glowy. And then I put on some antennas as well. So like I said, check out the next slide and you'll get to see an awesome picture of mine up against the window with the light shining through. All right, for our next activity, we have a game for you guys. In the next slide, you're going to see a video of that Loris group that we talked about a couple different times this summer. They also played another game for you guys, and it's called What Time Is It, Mr. Fox? And so I'll kind of explain a little bit here about how you play the game, but you'll then get to see it in the video of how it's played out. So basically, you have one person, and they get to be the fox. And they stand with their back is facing the rest of the group. And the group yells all at the same time, "What time is it, Mr. Fox?" And the fox gets to pick a number between 1 and 12. And they will say 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 5 o'clock. And whatever number they say, that's how many steps the people on the line get to take. So if they say 5 o'clock, then you take 5 steps. And then after a while though, the fox will then say it's dinner time or lunchtime or whatever he would say, it's eating time. And when that happens, then the fox gets to turn around and chase the other people back to the line. And whoever he gets, it becomes the new fox. So like I said, it's kind of confusing with me just explaining it to you, but you'll get to see that in the next clip. So enjoy our Loris group showing you how to play What Time Is It, Mr. Fox?
What time is it, Mr. Fox? 12. Fox. 11. What time is it, Mr. Fox? 5.
What time is it, Mr. Fox?
Hi everyone, we were lucky enough today to get to go on a field trip to the National River Museum and Aquarium in Dubuque, Iowa. So if you ever get the chance to come to the area, it's a really neat place to check out, and check out the next slides to see some of the fun things we saw on our field trip today. We hope you all enjoyed our last virtual camp for the season, and we hope you enjoyed all the other videos that we've made. We've had a blast making them, and we hope you guys enjoyed them as much as we did. I just want to take a quick moment to thank the National River Museum and Aquarium for letting us come and take some photos, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that as much as we did as well. With this being our last virtual camp, we don't really have any updates for you guys. Keep checking out our Facebook page for updates throughout the season, and maybe you'll get to see some of those photos of that new therapy spa going in and what else we have going on around camp. And we really hope we get to see you guys all in 2022, and we don't have to do any more of these type of virtual camps, and we can actually have you here filling the camp with our campers.